Alrighty, new course for you today out there. In fairness, most of them are new, but we're at Fircrest. In relation to the trees, I'm gonna guess. It's tucked into some sort of a neighborhood, but seems pretty open, seems pretty foresty, and some pretty skinny fairways, so we'll see how we do here. Starting off with a good drive up the right-hand side on a par 5. Pretty short, only 427 yards, so we're going to only have 196 in. Looks pretty smooth. Looks right at it. Stop in for an eagle. Hits the fringe. Stop! Oh my god. A good eagle effort. And rewarded with a birdie. Countryside looking amazing there, rendering. Props to the designer of Fircrest. Out of bounds left, really cool like uphill downhill hole here. I don't think I want to be on the right side though, kind of stuck behind a tree. And this hole was a similar distance, but it's a par 4. So you go from like a 440 yard par 5 to a 440 yard par 4. Another good shot in from 200, but it's going to just hang up a little left and long. And the chip safely in the gimme circle for a par. Fircrest in general, guys, I liked it. It's set up like a very nice golf course. I'm going to assume this one's a really good private course or something like that. Third hole's a par 3, 180. And just not going to get up that ridge. But right at it again. And if you look at the stats of that swing path and face, all under 1 degree, that's what we want. Well, not if you're trying to hit like a draw or something, but that's what I wanted at this moment. Going left, hitting a tree. Probably good. It kept me in bounds, and gonna have to hit some sort of a slinger. And that's not gonna go left enough. Only 48 RPMs to the left, so did not squared that up too much over to the right. The chip ends up being pretty good though. And another par on 4, headed over to the 5th. Another par 4, carrying a lake here on your tee shot. Drive's going left and hitting back-to-back hit trees, but it's all right. 181, kind of a similar number here, and it just does not stretch enough to get on the green. Gonna have to chip this one. Oh, gave it a run. And holds the circle for another par. So -1 going to the 6th hole. Look at that background. Excellent. And again, the skinny fairways continuing through the course here, all being, 20 some yards wide. Hit a pretty good drive there, just didn't aim enough in the dog leg and end up way left again. See if we can hit that draw this time. Nope. Kind of double crossed it and went left. Big old open faced flop shot, trying to stop it, and able to do so there. 7th hole brings us another par 5 and a short one. Should be able to take advantage here from the white tees. Gonna have about 180 in. Good chance for an eagle here. Stick it close. Oh my gosh. So after that horrible approach shot, we are stuck with a 34, and that was even worse. And now 18. And maybe this will get there. Not really. So really screwed that hole up. Had multiple opportunities to save it and threw them away. Got a bogey, back to even par, erasing that early birdie. Can't be mad with that shot. The safe side of the pin, hole high. Headed to the 9th. Let's end this 9 on a good one here. Downhill, 349. It's going to be a good drive. Gets a good little kick left. Back in the fairway. 100 yards, prime position here to go for it. Try and get that birdie. Oh, just over. Carrying it a little too far down the hill, but no big deal there. We go to the 10th. Still at even. Alright, back 9, bringing us a par 5 to start. Popping one up a little, but getting an okay drive out of it. It's fairway. Cut that a little thin. But perfect positioning for a par 5 is going to be, yeah, it's like I barely hit it. 41 seemed pretty punchy there and just goes way too far. Came off the face just a little hot. Now difficult chip back 6. Oh, and catching the lip. How lucky was that? Birdie on 10. Going to 11. Another par 4. The white tees are reasonable distances, mid to high 3s, and then you got those couple shots in the beginning that were a little different. Taking on a little too much of this dog leg. I think I get a little clearing though. I'm going to have a shot. 128. Trying to play a low draw, avoid the trees. Finished good, stats were good, and a par on the card. Anyone know if that's like a volcano in the background or something? Where is Fircrest? Comment below if you know. A short par 4, 12th, and a little punchy drive up the right. It's going to be fine. .84-yard distance, hunting and catching the fringe, getting a big bounce. Go to the back of the green a little bit, and another par. So steady round so far. On camera, it looks like I'm taking pretty good swings. This is the new feel I'm working on. Is at the top, I'm turning the doorknob down behind me to the right with my right hand, and if I get that feel, I tend to be much more on plane and not swinging so out to in. Good example there, a good shot in with a pitching wedge, where I'm rehearsing that feeling a little bit before each shot, and it seems to be helping. That's kind of my old swing there. A little out of my shoes and a little bit crazy and spinny. Under a tree, 140 left. And hitting it dead on. Over a tree, under a tree. Getting pretty lucky there that it just flew through all that unencumbered and lands on the green. And we're at -1. Going to the 15th hole, which is another par 4. That was better timing, I thought, but left the face wide open. Gonna find this bunker here. 205 remaining from the bunker, not where you want to be. Getting a decent hit on it, but it's going to be about 35 short. Probably a 54 degree. Chip this thing up there. Need to run. Oh, checked up. Not a good effort there on the approach to save par, so we get penalized with a bogey. Move to even par on the 16th hole, a 150-yard uphill par 3. Just a little short and a little right, but a par, and we'll move on. 9,000 spin was a lot for that club. .352. Lots of room left, and so I decide to explore that way. Not on purpose, obviously. A bad swing there, but found a wide open shot at the green. Looked a little stuck behind myself, but I think it's going to be good. And it is good. Kind of had to fire through to get that draw in there, but ended up catching a good amount of the ball and throwing it up there for a birdie. This was my favorite drive of the day by far. We get really good stats there and came off like a bullet right down this tiny fairway right to the middle with a 95 yards remaining. Let's put it close and birdie. What do we think? It's looking good. It's going to check up, though. Oh, check up a lot. Real spin. Another par on 18, and that's just a solid round for me. Saturday Pins, white tees, Fircrest Golf Club. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are, what courses you want to see next, and as always, like, subscribe, and buy some tees in the description below.